Hello, beautiful ones. This is Miss Arkeetha's Soul to Soul Connection coming to you with Sagittarius. This is your Sagittarius reading, and this is a timeless reading. And if you haven't noticed, Sagittarius or any other signs that watch my channel, I've been going very slow with these readings, giving myself time because, again, I have been trying to decompress from all of this strong energy that has been coming towards me. But I'm taking my time with each reading that I do so I can get a full catch up, because this is a catch up since I haven't been doing readings in a while. But again, I'm just going with the flow of things. So as it comes to me, that's how I'm doing it. Okay. All right. So today I wanted to do Sagittarius and just catch up from, usually in my readings, if you follow me, it just comes as it comes. But usually what it is this just like I could tell like what happened, what's been going on, what's transpiring in the present, and how that could affect the future. There we go. So Sagittarius, let's see what is going on with you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you like this reading, please comment and like, and let me know if this resonated with you, please. And thank you. All right, Sagittarius, let's get started. I'm starting with my soul journey cards. Okay. If you like a personal reading, just hit me up. Oh, that one just came straight out. That was the first card. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, good. Your cards are like falling. Okay. Out on top. This is something else. Okay, Sagittarius. I'm assuming we're straight and to the point today. Okay. And they're just falling out on top of each other. That's something else. All right, everything is, let's put those back. Too many at one time. Angels. Oh, good gracious. Okay. And is there anything else? Okay. That, yeah. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, all right. All righty. I want to see what the first card was, though, because, yeah. And this was the second. Okay. And I know this was the third. All right. First, second, and this is the third out. Okay. And then we got the flipping and the flipping and the flipping and the flipping. Because that was next. I think that one and then that one. Well, and then that one. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, so far it's looking pretty good. Okay. All right. So the first card that was out was empathy. That came out was empathy. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Sagittarius, that's just been what this first part of the year has been for you. Because in order for you to make sense of everything that's going on, you've had to just really, Sagittarius, you've had to really just open your mind to everything that's going, seeing all the different avenues, which is such a Sagittarius thing anyway, but opening your mind to all the things that was going on. Guilt was the next card. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. A lot of letting go. 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 That's what that card is for my Sagittarius. That's what that represents for me. Because you've been able to let go of things, and like, I'm not going to let fear dictate my life. With everything that's going on, there's enough things out here that's trying to, prevent me from moving forward. I can't let my mind also do that. I have to be strong in my mind, Sagittarius. I have to be strong in my mind, because if I don't, that's not going to allow me to grow. Growth was the third card, growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And that's what it's been about, because what all of these things has been happening, especially in the beginning of the year, has taught you is that looking at what's being presented to you is not giving you a full and concise answer. And a lot of times what's being presented to you is not the truth. Right? And this could be in your personal, this could be just like you watching the news, even if you do watch the news, if some people do not. But what's happening is you're surrendering to it. A lot for Sagittarius, for real, what I'm getting is surrendering to the fear of everything. I can release my need to control, because I think, Sagittarius, you have a strong feeling that a lot of the things that is happening is strictly out of your control setting, meaning what's going on in this world, you can only control what's going on in your world. Okay? And Sagittarius, I have a true, like, it's just coming through so strong that you're like, if I can just control what's going on in my world, right? And I do feel for everyone else outside of my bubble. But if I can truly control what's going on in my world, that's where all this growth is going to come from. That's where my awareness is going to come from. And that's where all my true answers on what's really going on is going to come from. Just gratitude. You're grateful that you're even able to even piece it together like this at this moment in this present time. You see, because a lot of people around you are panicking. But what you're doing is you're being truly grateful. I am thankful for all this life, for what this life and the opportunities, what it presents to me. So what you're doing is taking it one step at a time. And you're not going to let outside influences influence you. And I think that with Sagittarius, that's coming at you a lot. But what you're doing is you're saying, look, I'm just not going to look at a situation again as it's presented to me, because that's going to prevent me from seeing the whole picture. And this is like for goosebumps. Okay. So from seeing the whole picture. Okay. And this has to do with a lot, Sagittarius. This has a lot to do with your family, the people around you in your bubble, the people that's strongly around you that presents themselves to you on a daily basis. Because the thing about it is, a lot of you Sagittarius truly know what your purpose is, right? Because it's your mind frame, is your thought. I don't think with a Sagittarius, look, you have not ever stepped from who you truly were in this whole process, in this life cycle, in this timeline. Because I think a lot of Sagittarius have a lot of insight when it comes to what's seriously going on around them, the energies, the auras, the just what's going on around them. And again, I know what I'm here to do. A lot of Sagittarius understand what they're here to do, what their purpose is. That's going to lead to abundance. That strong conviction that you have, that you're not going to let the news tell you what's going on in your life, and you're not going to be controlled by the fears of everything that's going on out there. And you're going to present this to your family in this sort of kind of way. And if they go with the flow of the empathy that you're flowing to them and just explaining to them, make sure you keep your mind open to everything that's coming. Look, you're giving these jewels. That's how your abundance is going to come, because you're trying to explain to them, look, you want to be happy? You want happiness in your life? You want to be happiness? you want the happiness and the growth, because that was under the growth card, the happiness and growth. You have to surrender control as enough to make you be able to see. I know this is kind of crazy, but so you can, if you are white knuckling this and you're trying to make a scenario instead of going with the flow and surrendering to what's going on and understanding it and tackling it that way, you're blocking your blessings, right? And so the bottom line was gratitude, purpose, abundance, happiness, acceptance, right? So you're truly accepting what's going on around you, and you for real are not sitting in fear. You're not going to let what's going on. And this is what's going to open up the doors for you. Accepting what's truly I am, learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And that is really big, because that was under surrender and acceptance. Now the bottom card was worry, right? Worry. I am learning that worry does not change the outcome. And I think that's exactly how it presents to you, because listen, Sagittarius, you worry to a certain extent, right? But at a certain extent, you know that in order for you to grow and move past the situation, you have to truly surrender to the situation. You can't allow it to not, to block you from your power moves, to block you from the next steps you need to take. And that's exactly what's been happening. Like, for real, if not every day, most days, you're like, look, I'm not going to let this dictate who I am. I'm not going to let this stop me from being who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is what's going to happen. And that is truly like the attitude with gratitude. Okay? Attitude with gratitude that I'm getting from my Sagittarius. Now, there has been situations that, again, has tried to block you from this. I mean, again, you're keeping your inner circle tight, because there's going to be those infiltrators, right? That try to come in and bring worry in, Sagittarius. And really, you are at this point, you know, where a lot of us are not. Like, you're just, look, true that you are nervous about, you get nervous from time to time, and you want, you know, things to be on a more even playing field, and you wish that, you know, all this wasn't going on and we could move past a lot of this that's going on. Not that you don't believe in the fights and the struggles that's going on right now, but Sagittarius, you're just like, you can't let this prevent you from the things that you know that you need to do to grow on a daily basis, you know, especially with your awareness, and especially with your two cards just want to keep coming out. Okay, so just with everything that's going on, you're just not allowing anything to just stop you, because, you know, really, I think at this point, you're just like, life goes on. Like, what can you really do about other people's reactions, about other people's opinions, right? Right. Boundaries. Exactly. So, and that's clarification of what's happening is truly that you're setting boundaries. You're setting a lot of boundaries, right? Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. And I think that's what's really going on with a lot of you, Sagittarius, is that you're, again, it's like, look, if you can't present yourself in a peaceful, don't keep coming to my home, or don't keep calling me with problems. Like, can't you sometimes call me with good news? Like, why is it always that I'm the one that everyone calls when they're up? Which that's a good thing, because obviously they look at you as a sense of strength, right? But you have to be aware of the energy vampires that are just there when, you know, just there. And if you on the other line do not feel the love coming from them, you just feel them pulling from you, then that's your answer. That's your answer. So going forward, I think that, you're going to have a lot of opportunities that's going to come out. You're called upon to help with environmentalism. You got the Mother Earth card. So a lot of you, Sagittarius, if you're into metaphysics, which, a lot of us are these days, spirituality, I think that you're using this time to send out prayers, even if you're not into metaphysics, if you are a really strong prayer warrior, I think that's part of your purpose too. You're putting out those strong manifestations, those strong affirmations out here for the world. And that's what you're like, if I can't do anything else, that's what I can do, right? Mm-hmm. You're putting out all of those strong affirmations. You're praying. You're being prayer warriors for us. I really truly believe that. Sagittarius, that's part of the plan. That's part of, our light worker work. So far with the other two videos I have been able to point out like what their light worker work is being, what they're doing right now to help assist everyone else. And that's prayer warriors. Like for real, I see y'all being straight up prayer warriors, and you have truly have been praying, Sagittarius, for healing in our world. And usually I just say that's just some of us is to go out. For some of you, I'm just saying that's for the bulk of our Sagittarius, straight up prayer warriors. And you're putting them prayers out there. You're doing things to try to make people feel better, especially those people who are bringing you happiness as well. So there's some endings and beginnings, right? Which came out above the abundance card, right? So some endings are happening. These are the people that you're having to like, look, man, stop calling me with this, because are you ignoring phone calls and stuff, because every time it's always something. They're needing something. It's something. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Endings and beginnings. So, and for real, a lot of you have quit jobs. Like a lot of you in this COVID thing that's happened, a lot of you have cut ties with a lot of positions, jobs, companies that you were with, because Sagittarius, the thing about it is, with this time that you've had to really sit back and think about whether this company is really benefiting you, you are finding out that it has not, that you are finding out that you would do better if I'm going to use this time. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to use this time to grow. I'm going to use this time to open up my, avenues, my mind to different avenues, and possibly do some things that I've always wanted to do that I never had the time to do. And that's where this second end of the year is going for you. Whether that's starting your own business, Sagittarius, whether that is like, talking to people about business that maybe you're not thinking about starting this year, but possibly next year. A lot of you putting out those manifestations, putting out those affirmations for not only yourself, but the world. But, you're seeing where you can grow in this timeline, and you're using it for yourself. So undying love was the last fourth card, and I'm going to show you the bottom card. Undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. And this card for my Sagittarius is undying love, the undying love that you have for society in itself. Whether you have felt like you have been like, treated horribly out here or unfairly out here, it's just time for you to be like very sensitive. You got the sensitivity card, sensitive. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. You're being very, that's what I'm talking about, the prayer warrior part. You're so sensitive right now, Sagittarius, to what's going on in this world, right? And that's when, okay, how I can explain this. So when you're sending out your prayers, unbeknownst to you, I'm sure Or maybe you are aware that when you send out, your prayers differ. Your prayers are not the same, even in the same day. You're connecting to what needs to be, affirmed to the universe. And what you're doing is connecting to that. And that's like, whatever the situation is, that's the prayer that needs to be put out. Prayer warriors, straight up prayer warriors. Sagittarius, clarification. Let's get some clarification on this. So, just be aware of your energies. Don't give too much of yourself. Start setting those boundaries. That has a lot to do with it. Yes, there we go. Healing. So it's about healing. Not only are you healing yourself, okay, you're assisting with the healing of the world. You're assisting because that's where the Mother Earth card comes out. Mawu comes out, because when you are sending out, reconnecting with your true nature. Your true nature is being a prayer warrior. Your true nature is because you are able to connect to auras, because you're able to connect to sensitive energies, Sagittarius. It's like whoever you meet, right? Right? The second card that came out with the healing card was achievement, which you've already got the purpose card and the abundance cards and the happiness and the acceptance and the gratitude. Keep focused on your dream. Again, that's with the endings and beginnings card. Look, your achievement is going to come with truly realizing your next steps. Excuse me, burping all that out. Because when you're letting go of things and you're letting go of situations, that's when true insight comes. And that's the next card that came out was Zen Garden, your inner sanctuary. Connecting to your inner sanctuary. You are truly being that limitless being. And know that you can manifest whatever you put in this true desire as long as your mind is right. That's what's being, as long as that mind is right, you can accomplish anything. So that's that surrendering to the control. That's the surrendering to the worry. That's surrendering to all these sensitive situations that have your mind wandering. Not that you don't worry, but you refuse to worry. You know what I'm saying? You refuse to let that control your daily life and just accepting and going with, going with the flow of things, going with what's really going right. There you go. There you go. There you go. So, Goddess of Creation card, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. Exactly. You got the Goddess of Creation. So what you're doing right now is creating. Okay, so right now, you're saying, okay, so right now, I may not be creating it. My first heart, it was bumpy like everyone else's. But I'd be damned if I'm not going to create what I need in this existence to be the person, and I'm not going to be set back so much that I'm going to allow things to push me back so far that it blocks my growth. I refuse, right? Bottom card, the message, right? Positive news, positive outcome. Be looking out for some positive news, some positive outcomes to any situations that are presenting itself as barriers to you right now. Continue to be that prayer warrior that you are, and these doors are going to open up for you, and you're going to understand why certain doors closed for you. You're going to understand why you had to disconnect from certain careers or certain companies or certain people in your life, which you have had to do, most definitely had to do. And you're going to get a clear understanding of that. So just let go of the things that don't serve you. And Sagittarius, you're going to be great. I love it a lot. Okay. So Sagittarius, I'm going to leave you with this. Be looking out for some messages. The messages, you know, these messages could be coming from angels. You might say, where did that dime come from? Where did these pennies come from? I'm just finding feathers everywhere. I'm look at all these butterflies in my yard. Like, where are these cardinals coming from? It's going to be that type of thing. A song going to come on that's going to remind you of not only who you are, but who you loved in this world. You're going to be getting signs. You're going to be getting from your loved ones that's passed on, that's going to be pushing you forward, okay? And all of this is going to be healing for you. All of this is going to bring happiness, and all of this is going to bring a zen to you. This is going to open up your tree of life that's inside of you, that enshrines your soul, and it's going to help you realize what the rest of this year is going to be for you. Okay? All right? So be looking out for those little messages and those little things. It depends on what you're thinking about at those times, and because nothing is coincidence. Let me tell you that. But a lot of our Sagittarius already know that. Nothing is coincidence. Please believe that. Okay? All right. All right. I'm going to leave you with that. So happy to be back with you, my beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. And you know what I'm going to leave you with? All the peace, love, and tranquility your beautiful heart can hold. Until next time, namaste, my beautiful ones. Sending love and light, sending love and light, sending love and light.